Ye come seeking adventure and salty old pirates, eh?
Ahoy mates, welcome back to Pirate's Life, and welcome to my 1700 subscriber and 500,000 views celebration Q&A. So thank y'all for pitching in and asking me questions. I asked you to ask me questions like the day before the news of the reboot dropped, so thanks for following up and asking more. So I'm actually going to dive right into it. So first question is from Andrew Watson, and he asked, what elements from the previous films do you want Pirate 6 to incorporate, and what elements do you think it should improve or get rid of? Also, do you think Pirate 6 will be the last one? Keep up the great work. Thank you, Andrew. Now, this is obviously before we learn news of the reboot, which I'll probably be doing 1,000 times in this video. So some of the elements I want carried over from the previous films are the soundtrack themes, especially thinking about the soft reboot, which I'm going to be calling it. I want them to continue using He's a Pirate as like the main Pirates theme. An element I'd like to have them carry over from the previous films is ride references. In Pirates 5 there were very minimal ride references, so I really want to see heavy ride references in future films. And I think they can improve on sticking closer to the canon. Not that kind of canon. We all know what happened with Pirates 5 with Jack getting the compass, and that was kind of retconned. And also with the villain of the next film, I want their backstory to be explained, and if they're cursed somehow or if something is supernatural about them, to actually explain what happened. With Barbossa, we knew that he was cursed because of the Aztec gold, but with Salazar it was kind of fuzzy because, yes, he was locked in the Devil's Triangle, but we weren't sure if that cursed him, or what sort of magic cursed him there. So that's something that they can improve on. And then he asked if I think that would be the last film, and I don't think it will be now that they're speaking of relaunching the franchise. If they're really going for a soft reboot, I want them to continue making Pirates films, and I think they will because Pirates is such a large presence in the parks. I think they want to keep making films and making new media for Pirates, sort of the same way they're doing for Marvel and Star Wars. So Shazi asked, hey Shazi by the way, what sparked your passion and love for Pirates of the Caribbean? And I know I've mentioned this before, but I don't mind talking about it again. It was first my love for Disney that got me into it. I first went to Disneyland in 1995, and although Pirates was closed then, my mom and my family always talked about how they loved Pirates. And when I was about 12 years old, I was using the internet, and I followed Disney sites even back then. And I saw these news articles about the new Pirates of the Caribbean film that's coming out. I was following that and following the Haunted Mansion film. But when I first saw the teaser trailer for Curse of the Black Pearl, that really sucked me into the world. And so I got so excited then, I couldn't wait to see this film. I just thought it was so special that they're making a film based on a theme park ride that we like going on. So we ended up going the first day to see Curse of the Black Pearl, the first film in the franchise. And the rest is history. I fell in love with the film. I got goosebumps at the credits with He's a Pirate playing. And yeah, I haven't stopped loving it since. JPQ Stevens asked, what made you want to start a POTC YouTube channel? Love your content. Thank you. So, I really wanted to start a Pirates of the Caribbean YouTube channel because there really aren't any others, or there weren't any others at the time that I started. If you search YouTube, you can see lots of movie channels, and there's lots of Star Wars channels as well. But there was really no channel ever that you could go to that focused solely on Pirates of the Caribbean. So that was one reason I wanted to start my own Pirates channel so that other Pirates fans could come and enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean content. Slimy asked, are you thinking about changing your current job after you have lost more weight? By the way, good luck with it. I believe you can lose a lot of weight hanging there, Pirate. Thank you, Slimy. I really do plan on it. I mean, I don't have solid plans right now, but once I'm at my goal weight, which I still have a lot of ways to go, I do plan on pursuing a different career. I'll have more confidence then, and I think other jobs will be more likely to hire me if I'm at a better weight and if I'm healthier. But yeah, that's something I plan on doing when I hit my goal weight, or when I've lost more weight and I become healthier, so I look forward to that. Dylan asked, which was already asked before, when did you first gain your love for Pirates of the Caribbean? His second question was, who's your favorite character in Pirates of the Caribbean? I'm still going with my favorite characters being Jack Sparrow. Sorry, Captain Jack Sparrow. The fact that I go to bed and I have 4 pillows on my bed with Jack's face on them, plus 2 blankets with his face on it. Okay, that might sound really weird. Yeah, hands down it's Jack. I mean, I love Barbossa as well, but Jack is my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean character, I've decided. Clemson Pirate asked, what are your theories on how Marty and Scrum ended up back with Jack Both were seen with Barbossa before them and telling tales, and how Murtagh and Mulroy ended up back with Barbossa. Also, what is your favorite sword fight in the franchise involving either Jack or Barbossa? If it helps, you can name one from each film except Pirates 5. Marty and Scrum that ended up with Jack. I think that Marty left Barbossa's crew sometime in the large gap after Pirates 3. Maybe he went off to Tortuga and was just being a pirate there. And then Jack and Gibbs maybe went and found him, and that's why he rejoined Jack's crew on the Dying Gull. So I think basically Marty abandoned ship with Barbossa, went out to live the pirate's life elsewhere, and he was not part of the crew when Blackbeard captured the Pearl. As far as Scrum goes, maybe the same thing happened. Scrum was on the Queen Anne's Revenge with Barbossa at the end of Pirates 4. So I've kind of thought of this before, but I think it would have been interesting if Jack maybe traded some of the ships and bottles for Scrum. And Jack and Barbossa meet up somehow, and Barbossa says, "I'll trade you Scrum," but Jack thinks Barbossa said rum, so he's passing all these ships in the bottle over, and he's waiting for Barbossa to send the rum over, but he ends up sending Scrum over, and then Barbossa sails away, and he's laughing, and Jack doesn't have any rum. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do like a short story video about that, because that would actually be pretty funny. It would have been funny to see on screen if that were the case of what happened. But yeah, that kind of made me chuckle when I thought about it. And hands down for the favorite sword fight in the franchise, I'm not going to go by film, I'm just going to say overall. My favorite sword fight is Jack and Barbossa in Curse of the Black Pearl. I just love when they're going and fighting under the moonlight, and it shows both of them being cursed in the moonlight. And just how that was choreographed and everything, that's just my favorite fight. Frederick Dominguez asked, when is the original Pirates New going to come back? I think he meant Pirates News like Caribbean News. So I'm actually be talking more about this in my video next Monday as part of my announcement that I talked about. But rest assured, in December, Caribbean News is coming back. Alex Marsh asked, how do you feel about the reboot of the franchise? Do you believe that it will be a hard or a soft reboot? Again, I believe in my heart of hearts that it will be a soft reboot. I don't think they're going to erase everything from canon, especially with everything that they have already laid down as far as the theme parks, the existing films, the merchandise. For them to erase everything from canon just to start fresh would I think be a big problem for Disney. That would be like Star Wars. If they had taken episode 7 and wiped 1 through 6 from canon, I don't think it would have worked at all. So I don't think they're going to do the same with Pirates. I think it's going to be a soft relaunch of the franchise to regain people's interest in the franchise. Raw Source asked, what do you think of the game Sea of Thieves? I actually really like the game. I've never played it, but the YouTube channel for the game releases periodic new trailers for like new events or parts of the game, and I really want to play it. But yeah, Sea of Thieves is really fun. I love like the cartooniness of it, and I love the pirate lore that it brings. Speedster General asked, do you think they cut off Johnny because he was in a Warner Brothers movie, Fantastic Beasts 2? I don't think Johnny was cut off entirely from Disney. Sure, Johnny's gonna be busy with the next 3 Fantastic Beasts filming in the next few years, but depending on when they start Pirates 6, he'll have enough time to film Pirates 6 and then film Fantastic Beasts 3 or 4. I don't think Disney wants to get rid of him, or Jerry Bruckheimer or Bob Iger don't want to get rid of him either. Alex Sparrow asked, do you think Pirates 6 should be Jack's last adventure? I've been warring with this in my head because so many people think, and I agree with, that Jack is the face of the franchise. He's what sells the franchise. And trying to put another face, such as Red, as the face of the franchise might not work. But I think if they incorporate Red, or some new characters that can bring a great presence to the screen like Jack did, it could be his last film. It's hard to say. Sparrow's Nest asked, which of these would you prefer, a prequel to Pirates of the Caribbean movies or a hard reboot? Hey Sparrow's Nest, that's a pretty easy answer, a prequel to the Pirates of the Caribbean universe. So as we know, many franchises have pulled this off, even if the reception has not been that great. But with Harry Potter we have Fantastic Beasts, with Lord of the Rings we have The Hobbit, Star Wars has the prequels. I mean, these aren't great examples for what fans and critics think about these films, but I would prefer a Pirates prequel series versus a hard reboot. There's so many stories they could tell before Curse of the Black Pearl, even if it's not focused on young Jack. If they did stories from hundreds of years before, I think it'd be interesting to explore the lore and to build upon it. So yeah, a prequel series would be better than a hard reboot, per my opinion. Adrian Martin asked, do you think that Pirates of the Caribbean deserves more attention and other types of media like video games or TV series, or do you think we have enough with 5 movies? Thank you, Adrian. So I don't think it has enough attention. Disney doesn't utilize pirates as well as they should. Star Wars and Marvel and Disney princesses, those brands are very present on TV and stores with merchandise you can find. They're represented very well, and there's a lot of media about these franchises, especially with Star Wars. And Pirates is a really successful franchise, so I think it needs to be represented more. I think we need a TV series. I think we need more merchandise to keep the brand going. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure those are all the questions. If I missed any, I will answer them as a reply to your question. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this video was a little bit longer, but I'll be returning next Monday with my announcement. And it'll be a two-part announcement. Monday is going to be talking about Pirate's Life, and then next Friday will be a different announcement about something else. I appreciate all of your support, and I appreciate all of you being Pirates fans and being there with me to enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean overall. And I hope you have a great holiday. Remember, there'll be more than one way to live the pirate's life. Ta.
The sea awaits your return, and so does Davy Jones. Ha ha! When next you sail, you'll sail with Davy Jones, and none shall escape.